Hello, it's Hawu. Ah, wah, 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 wah. Hello. Oh God, my voice is very much not doing great. Ugh. So I'm getting over a cold. Still in the process of getting over said cold because kids got me sick again. Ugh. Ugh. Please excuse my gross noises. Hello, Alpha. Hello, Redfang. Hello, Firelord. Hello, Zach. I love you too, Zach. Yeah, so, despite having just spent an entire fucking week being sick, I love you too, Firelord. And having to miss an entire week's worth of work, lo and behold, like a few weeks later, I get sick again because kids are just rife with disease and there is no cure and they just spread the plague like wildfire. So if I sound a bit congested, if I sound a bit hoarse, that's why. And admittedly, my voice training coach, did specifically tell me to rest today. I can't not stream on Skyrim Day, especially when it happens to be the one day during the work week when I don't have to work, and I am trying to hold myself to at least one stream a week if I can help it. So, yeah. I'll try not to strain myself too much. If I do feel like my voice isn't gonna hold out, I will stop the stream early. But I just wanted to celebrate Skyrim with Skyrim. So, what exactly are we doing today? You might be asking. No one's asking that. What exactly might we be doing today? Well, so I had an idea in mind for me to do basically speedrun planning, because I've kind of wanted to try at a Skyrim speedrun for quite a while, especially after having seen a few speedrun videos of it. I haven't seen too many, and I haven't seen too many that recently, so I don't really remember much of how people did it. But I'm still gonna try for I want to see if I can do it. I want to have a personal record. I'm not trying to beat any world records, but I want a personal record for me to speedrun the game. So that's my goal. And this stream is for working out how exactly to achieve that goal. Hi, Corgi. So, depending on how long my voice holds out, I'm thinking of dividing this into kind of 3 different parts. Part 1 is, the first however long is gonna be basically You are cute, Corgi. The first part is basically gonna be like kind of my own thoughts on what exactly I need to do in order to get a speedrun. Just using my own base knowledge of the game, not using any other, like, yeah, the first part is just gonna be me in Skyrim thinking what exactly would I need to do if I were to start from scratch and be like, hey, I want to beat the game as quickly as possible. Part 2 is we might hop onto, like, the internet and see what speedrun forums say is, like, the best strategy to keep in mind for anyone who wants to speedrun Skyrim. And part 3, I guess, is big yawn. Part 3 is, I guess, gonna be just us executing that strategy. You know, to the best that we can. Also, for those, yeah, there we go. Corgi remembered. Anyway. So let's begin, shall we? Let's hop over to the gaming screen. Add back into the game. For some reason, Skyrim always takes a second to get captured by OBS. I considered doing, like, a singing, like, to celebrate Skyrim, but after that intro, I don't think I could sing. I don't think it would be good for my voice. So... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, hey, let's just load into our character from the playthrough that I completely forgot existed. And then I remembered, oh wait, I launched this game without mods because speedrun. And so it's, yeah, I'm not, this isn't a well-planned stream. This isn't a well-planned stream, I can't talk. So I guess we'll just start it. Hang on, let me just. Who the hell? I don't know who most of those characters are. Hopefully, the one that I did my playthrough on stream with Haru, probably. Let's just start a new one. This does unfortunately mean we're gonna have to sit through the entire intro. But, you know, I guess I can just speedrun the intro. You know, this is me practicing speedrunning the intro. Can you sit next to me? Well, if you do that, you'll be on a cart on your way to execution, so I don't know if you even want to. Skyrim. Oh wait, no. It hasn't been revealed yet. Skyrim! There we go. These graphics still hold up. So. Yeah. It has been literally forever since I played this game. He said the thing.
Trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush.
I hope the game's not too quiet. Skyrim is weird for me on PC in that the settings are like eternally fucked. Like, it's always too quiet and it always just doesn't sound right. Like, there's always certain parts where it's always gonna be broken.
You and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks.
I hope that's better.
We're all brothers and sisters in bind.
Not that it matters, because we're not really gonna be paying attention to dialogue during this stream.
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King. Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us? I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits. No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening. Hey, what village are you from, horse thief? Why do you care?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care too much about it, because dialogue is not the point of the stream right now. Moopy, thank you for the 9-month sub.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Hi, Moopy.
Sure. Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
He didn't pray to Zenithar. He's going to hell.
General Tully is the military governor, and it looks like the Thalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
In fact, if you're gonna pray to anyone, pray to Arche, right? Arche is the god of death, right? I know my Skyrim.
This is Helge. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, Imperial Wall...
When I first heard that line of dialogue, and for several times me playing the game, I always thought Vilod was the girl he was sweet on, but apparently it's a completely non sequitur sentence, like, I used to be sweet on a girl, ... Oh, there was also this person named Vilod that made mead with juniper berries. Like, they're not the same person.
Why are we stopping? Why do you think? End of the line.
Alright.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us. No, wait, we're not rebels.
Moopy's cute.
Face your death with some courage, thief. You've got to tell them we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this.
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me.
Archers! Anyone else feel like
He's dead.
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Okay, so... From what I know, I'm pretty sure the speedrun timer starts, like, the moment that you gain control of your the character creation. So this is the moment where we would be starting the timer. And from what I know... Okay, see ya, Moopy, thank you for stopping by. So from what I know, from having watched other people speedrun this game, High Elf is what we want to play as for a speedrun. Because character speed in Skyrim, and for a lot of Bethesda games, is tied to the height of the character. And height is not a stat that you can actually choose in the game. It's just a stat that's like, yeah, it's not a stat that you can actually choose other than when you choose your race. And high elves happen to be the tallest race in the game, so picking a high elf, you are guaranteed to have the fastest walking speed out of all the other races. So we definitely want to pick a high elf. And technically what you really just want to do is speed through this entire selection. Or, like, actually, you don't even want to do that. You just press the X button. Right, yeah. Just technically, what you want to do is just press the X button. Since this is just a practice run, and I don't care if I lose a few seconds, I'm gonna switch to a girl, just because I like being a girl. Finish and name your character. We're going to want... Okay, I've actually never tested this. Does the game actually let you just skip through naming your character and it just gives you the name Prisoner? No, it does not. In that case, I guess we just type like a random letter and then it accepts. So, let's just do like, ha.
You are not with the Thalmor Embassy, are you, High Elf? No, that can't be right. Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain.
Okay, Corgi.
I'm sorry. We'll make sure you remain for return to the Somerset Isle. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Yeah, unfortunately there's not a way to skip any of this cutscene.
Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
That's a dragon.
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
Wagon.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the eight divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
As you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning.
Hi, June.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the High Elf.
It's a wagon.
Did you hear that?
I said, next, prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
I'm doing okay. If you can't hear it, my voice is kinda hoarse, and I'm a little bit congested because I'm getting over a cold, but I wanted to stream anyway. Alvin, do you like cow? Alright, now is where we just kind of speedrun through this as best we can. There's Alduin. Technically, I think we could just run through there anyway and not die. I've always been afraid to do that though, because like I always tend to die when that happens. Will this kill me? No, no it won't. Okay, cool. Welcome back, Corgi. You hear Alduin? He's going like, "Gal, gal, gal." Okay, I literally have no idea which is the better option here for a speed run. Is the game crashing? Okay, well, well, it's freezing up. Yeah, I don't actually know which is the better option here for a speed run. I don't know if there even is a difference. Also, okay, yeah. I think the Imperials is the choice you want to go with, just because
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon?
yeah, I don't know.
We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
I think there's a thing where you can bump into
There
him
you
to
go.
get him to talk
Take a look
faster,
around.
but
There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
what we want to do is basically just equip everything, and then,
That thing is still out there.
yeah, like when doing a speed run, you really don't care if you're the, like, equipped the best way, you just care if you're equipped at all.
Maybe we can reason.
Also, just because I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go, let me just drop a save. I don't know what the actual technical rules are for speedrunning, this game. There might be a rule where you have to play it on Adept or something like that. I'm just planning on playing on, like, if I have the option to, playing on Novice would be the best option, just because, you know, like, fights tend to not, like, fights in this game are literally tied to damage output and health. And so if you... Yeah, so like if you basically have enemies with as little health as possible and as much damage output as possible, and you have as much damage output as possible, then fights go by a lot quicker. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look up when I'm doing my research online to see like what the technical rules are for speedrunning the game. Yeah, we do not have time to loot anything. Like, I'm looting a few small things here and there that I can pick up and grab. Not that I expect I'll be using many healing potions during the actual speedrun itself. But, like, they might come in.
Where's the way out?
Also, I'm not even entirely sure, like, I don't even think I need to do these fights. Like, hang on, can I just kind of run past these guys? I might just be able to run past these guys. Like, if I can just... Yeah, see, there we go. Do a little bit of sequence breaking, you know, the game kind of fully expects me to fight these guys, and I'm just like, nope. Although I think, yeah, at that point, the game's just kind of like, broken. It's fine. We don't need Hadvar to finish the game. In fact, we should not be running with our sword out because that, you know, means, yeah, it means we move slower. I also wonder if, would it be better to go with flames instead of sword? Like, which one's gonna be faster for us? Because we're playing as an elf. Oh, I did not read that. I think I accidentally selected survival mode. Yeah, I 100% accidentally selected survival. You know what? It's fine. Because this isn't the actual run itself. So, now that we're out and about, here are the things that we need to keep in mind. So, how do the stages of the game break down? Also, welcome to ads. You know what? I'm gonna wait for ads to end before I talk about this. So, how is everyone? I hope you're all doing better than me. Hope everyone's been doing okay this past week. I know it's been a tough week for everyone. But yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Corgi. I wish I could do more to help, honestly. I don't feel like I'm a lot of help. Hi, Ryder Reindeer. How are you? Honestly, maybe I should have done a cough drop before stream. Would it sounded less gravelly then? Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. But yeah. Yeah, you know what? 30 seconds left in ads. I have time to check DMs. Holy shit. Corgi, that looks awful. That looks really, really awful. I am so sorry you have to deal with that. I love you too. I still wish I could do more. Okay, welcome back from ads. Now it's time to talk through what we know about how the quest line progresses. And like what we can learn from what we know. So, the first stage of the quest of the storyline takes place in the Whiterun area, and it is not completed until you kill the dragon and come back and talk to Carl. After that, what's next? You go to the Greybeards. I don't think there's anything else. I think it is just go to the Greybeards. Probably best way to get to the Greybeards is the way that I did it the first time I ever played this game, which was steal a horse from Whiterun and take it up the slope of the mountain. Because horses are good at, yeah. that's maybe the best way to do it. Assuming horses are legal for speedruns. I'm assuming they are. But I'll just have to check the speedrun rules for the game. And when we steal said horse, I think we want to do it as stealthily as possible. Because if we just grab the horse and run, then we have a bounty on our heads, and we could end up getting accosted by the guards, which will cost us time later in the speedrun. So, yeah, we want to stealthily steal the horse, take the horse up to High Hrothgar, and from there, we basically just have to, you know, do what we can to, like, just kind of wait out that cutscene. There may be ways you can skip it. I think there are, like, people use saves, like, in a lot of games, especially Bethesda games, people use saves to, like, you know, quick save and then quick load or whatever to skip through dialogue or stuff. So that might be something we would have to do for the sake of our speedrun. Again, I'm not going for a world record, I'm just trying to have a personal record. So with that said, after we talk to the Greybeards, they're gonna want me to get the horn. Now, the question is... Yeah, I don't think we can proceed with Delphine in Riverwood until we try to get the horn and fail. The horn is somewhere up here. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, I think we have to try and get the horn and fail in order to unlock the dialogue with Delphine. Then we go through Delphine's dialogue, and from there, she's gonna want us to go over to Pines Grove, where she wants us to kill another dragon, or she wants us to kill a dragon for her for the first time. But this will be our second dragon that week. Then she will want us to meet her back in Riverwood, and from there, she'll want us. Ugh. God, I hate being congested. Ugh. I was literally just talking and then I choke on my own just grossness. Ugh. I hate it. I hate being sick. Why do kids have to be little walking viruses? So. Okay, I should hopefully be able to breathe a little bit better now. Until I don't. Anyway, so, yeah. Yeah, a lot of this segment can mostly be dealt with through fast traveling and just kind of running through the dungeon. Because with the dungeon, you don't have to fight all the enemies. It will be hard, because they will try to kill you, but, you know, if you can just kind of dupe them and stuff, just run through the dungeon, hit all the right levers at the right time, do the puzzles quick enough. Now, that's gonna be the hard part, I think, for the sake of speedrunning the game, is getting the puzzles right, because, yeah, because most people that have solid records for speedrunning have them memorized. And I don't even have the first dungeon one memorized. That's mostly because I haven't, it's been a while since I played through the game. I'm sure once I get there, I'll maybe jog my memory a little bit. But, I don't even have the combination of the Golden Claw memorized, because I've never had to memorize it. So that will be something, and maybe I could, jot down on a little notepad, various things that I need to remember when I do the speedrun, what are the combinations for certain puzzles? Yeah, what are the combinations for certain puzzles? What's the best way to get to a certain place, or, stuff like that. Other than that, okay, so, anyway, she's gonna want us over in Solitude, so that we can do the, going through the embassy. I'm not entirely sure what the best... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure the best way is to get through the embassy. I think it's gonna be just a similar plan of just run through the dungeon. It will be very tough because those elves hit hard. Yeah, they will be shooting lightning at me, and I will probably die my first time trying. Hopefully I'll be fine. Once we get through the embassy, what happens next? So... Right, that's when we learn about Esbern. And from there, we report back to Delphine. She will want us to go to Riften to find Esbern. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. There's maybe a few steps that we'll have to do for that. It's fine. Yeah, there's a few steps that I'm gonna have to do for that. Yeah, let's see. In order to get to Esbern, it's just gonna be more running through the dungeon stuff. We run through the Ratway in order to get to the I cannot remember the name of the tavern down there, in front of the Thieves Guild. But there's a tavern down there. You talk to the people at the tavern. I'm not 100% sure if we need to talk to the people in the tavern either, because, like, as long as you know where you're going, I think we can just run straight for Esbern. So we go talk to Esbern. We will have to fight our way back through elves. Again, that's going to be more just running past them. It's going to mostly be, like, technically we need to protect Esbern, and hopefully he doesn't get knocked down in the fights, but hopefully if we get through the dungeon quickly enough, he'll be fine. We come back to Delphine. He tells us we need to go to Skyhaven Temple, which is like somewhere in this bay area. I can't remember exactly where. That's probably going to be the trickiest one to get to out of all the destinations that we're going to have to, like, use fast travel to get to, because even the dungeon around here, we can, like, fast travel to Morthal. You know, getting to Heinsgrove, we can fast travel to Windhelm. Like, we have a few options for getting around. But Skyhaven Temple, like, maybe Markarth is close enough. Like, is Skyhaven Temple around here, maybe? I don't know. I'll have to find out, what online guides say. But essentially, yeah, like, Skyhaven Temple is going to be tricky to get to. And that one, I don't think the game cares if you kill all the Forsworn. It just wants you to get in, I think. I could be wrong there. But hopefully the game doesn't care. And then we just do a couple puzzles, and we're through. Then once we're done with Skyhaven Temple... Wait. Hang on. Oh, yeah, we do need Skyhaven Temple. So... yeah, we get to Skyhaven Temple, then what's the next stage of the quest? I can't remember what happens after you get to Skyhaven Temple. Oh, right. Yes, at Skyhaven Temple you see the word wall, or not the word wall, you see the historical wall thingy that tells you that you can defeat Alduin with a word. But we don't know how. And they tell you to go talk to the Greybeards about it. So, from there we go back to the Greybeards. They're gonna tell us to go talk to Parthenax. And once we talk to Parthenax, he wants us to get an Elder Scroll, I think. I think that's the very next thing he tells us to do, is to get an Elder Scroll. Getting an Elder Scroll is fairly straightforward, I think. It involves going up here, like, fast travel to Windhelm, talk to this guy up here, and he's gonna tell us... He's gonna send us on a really long, convoluted quest that involves going into the deep underbelly of Skyrim into Blackreach. And I don't even remember how you get to Blackreach. I want to say it's like somewhere around near Dawnstar, like somewhere in this vague area is where the entrance is that the game directs you to. That's just a really long dungeon. Luckily, because you're doing a speedrun and all you care about is completing the main quest and killing Alduin, you don't actually need to, like, bother with all the side objectives in Blackreach, like finding the 30 Crimson Urn route or whatever. You just run through and leave. From there we get the Elder Scroll. We don't even have to report back to this guy. He's gonna want us to report back, but we don't have to. And it will save us time if we don't. So next thing, after we get the Elder Scroll, we go back to Parthenax. He's gonna have us use the Elder Scroll at the Time Rift. At the Time Rift, we'll have a bit of a cutscene, and I believe this cutscene is pretty unskippable. Like, there's nothing you can do to skip through that cutscene. When you come back, you have to fight Alduin for the first time, and then he runs away to Sovngarde. So now we have to get to Sovngarde. So after we finish with Parthenax, when we need to go to Sovngarde, what is it that Parthenax tells us? Right, only a dragon can take us there, and we need to capture a dragon. So, Whiterun is built for capturing a dragon. Unfortunately, there's a civil war going on, so we will have to organize a moot between Windhelm and Solitude. Luckily, we will have already been to both of these locations, just not the palaces. So it'll just be a matter of quickly fast traveling to those places and talking to those people. And then hi, Skyrim. Yeah, and then we talk to... And then we hold the moot up at High Hrothgar. And then, war is settled, the war is, not happening right now, and so we go back to Whiterun, capture a dragon, and he takes us to, an off-the-map location. I think it's, like, somewhere all the way up here, or whatever. He takes us to an off-the-map location, which is a really long dungeon that we basically have to sprint through. And from there, we basically have to defeat a dragon priest to get his staff in order to enter Sovngarde. And then from Sovngarde, we just kind of sprint our way through until, we get to, what's it called? Like, the Hall of Heroes, whatever it's called. Yeah, so... And then we talk to those people, And then we come and fight Alduin, and then Alduin shows up, and then we fight and defeat him. And that is how you finish the game. That is how you complete the speedrun. The question is, are there any shortcuts we can take along there? Because it's a lot of running around, and a lot of cutscenes that are hard to skip, and a lot of facing enemies that are getting, incrementally tougher and tougher as you progress through the game. But since I'm not focused on character progression because I'm doing a speedrun, I won't have, equipment that can keep me alive. So, that brings me to some things that I have learned from watching other people do Skyrim speedruns. Hang on. I'm back. Just had to fight a little bit more congestion because, oh my god, my body wants to choke itself. But yeah, what I've seen from watching speedruns is what some people recommend is that you go to... I can't remember exactly where it is, but somewhere around here is a fort that is a guaranteed spawn location of the Bound Bow spellbook. And Bound Bow is one of the best bound enchantments you'll have access to. Or bound, weapons you'll have access to, I mean. Especially when it comes to fighting dragons, because, you have to kill Alduin to win the game, and the only real way to kill Alduin is, well, not with a bow necessarily, because you can bring him down with Dragon Ren. In fact, I believe you have to in order to deal damage to him. I could be wrong. But it certainly makes the fight a lot easier when you Dragon Ren him. But yeah, basically, when I've seen speedruns in the past, I've seen people basically, I think it was, I don't even know. Either right after escaping Helgen, or it's you mark Riverwood and then you go, but pretty soon, early on in the game, what you want to do is break off through this pass, go to that location, grab the spellbook, and then fast travel back. So yeah, here's another issue with running away from all the enemies is fast traveling is going to be tricky. Going through load zones, you should be fine, but especially when you go to the fort over around here, you are going to struggle. Actually, Wait. Hang on. Here's how you're gonna get here. What you want to do is go all the way down to Whiterun, hire the carriage to take you to Iverstead, and from there, it's a much shorter distance. Okay, so that's what you want to do for getting the bound bow. As for level ups, I have no fucking clue. I don't know or remember what people tend to do with their level ups. I think you can just, like, I think you can just sit on the level ups and not use them. If anything, I think what people do in order to save time for the sake of speedrun is they will cash in the level up, but only for increase in health, stamina, or magicka. And I don't know what the correct one to do is. I want to say health is the least important, because if you're good enough at the game, you should be able to be decent at doing these fights without having to increase your health. Magicka, you really only need to increase it to the point where you can cast Bound Bow. I don't know what that threshold is, and our max Magicka as a high elf is not 150. I don't actually know what it is. It's gonna be like a graph active effects, right? Yes. Okay, so actually it would be 100. Huh. Yeah. So yeah, it will be 150. I don't remember what the casting cost is for Bound Bow though. And yeah, basically just don't use any of your perks because doing so takes time. And especially because, like, yeah, like you'll be wanting to invest the perk points into archery so Bound Bow is, does more damage. But that involves, like, a lot of time just... Then again, okay, alternatively, this is what you're gonna want to do. Yeah, that's what you're gonna want to do, is... Because Conjuration is so much closer to the Destruction skill tree, what you're gonna want to do is Novice Conjuration into Mystic Binding. And that's the only... those are the only perk points that you are going to spend during the entire run. Yeah. But, yeah, as for stats, I think what is probably the most important thing to do would be stamina. Because stamina affects how long you can sprint, and you're gonna be sprinting a lot during a speedrun. So, once we can verify the cost of Bound Bow, and as long as that cost is 150 or lower, all our level up points, and we won't be getting too many level ups, I don't think. We might get one or two, maybe. Because, like, the thing is, you level up by doing things that are associated with skills. Well, I mean, there are a few fights that we'll be a part of. Like, fighting the dragon at the watchtower, fighting the dragon over at, Pines Grove and fighting Alduin a couple times. Yeah, there'll be a few times when you actually end up using perk points. So, yeah, those are my initial thoughts on, like, without looking anything up, those are my thoughts on what we're gonna need in order to speedrun the game. Basically, don't get ADHD distracted. Yeah, don't get ADHD distracted. Stay hyper focused on, like, following the main plot. Don't talk to any characters unless talking to that person is necessary for progressing the plot. So yeah. Yeah. Now here's another issue. Since we will be wanting to use the carriage for certain fast traveling, we'll want some amount of money. But the problem is, by virtue of looting, by virtue of us, normally when I play the game, I loot everything, and money is very rarely an issue. But when doing a speedrun, looting is everything that you don't want to be doing. Because looting takes time. You can do, like, a quick loot where you just grab everything, or equip everything, like I did with that box in the beginning dungeon. But it's like, yeah, every moment you spend looting is precious time that you could have spent doing something else that progresses towards you actually winning the game. So, but yeah, we will need certain amounts of money for winning the game. Like, what's all the fast traveling we'll want to be doing here? It'll be 50 gold to travel to Iverstead. It'll be, I think it's 50 gold to get to Morthal. I could be wrong, it might only be like 20. It's 20 gold to get to Solitude. It's gonna be another 20 gold to get to Markarth. And it'll be another 20 gold to get to Riften. It'll be another 20 to get to Windhelm. It'll be another 50, I think, for Winterhold, and another 50 for Dawnstar, if that happens to be the closest place for us to get to, the entrance to Blackreach. I think those are all the locations we will need to spend money on fast traveling. So, what that would come down to, at the most expensive, assuming I'm correct with the 20s and the 50s, that'd be 260 gold. We need 260 gold in order to complete the game. So, yeah. So, yeah, the question's gonna be, how do we come across 260 gold without just, like, opening every single looting thing and, like, getting the money from there? Yeah, what's gonna be the best way to get the gold? Maybe it would be a Riverwood Trader. Like, if we do progress through Helgen, I think what we'd want to do is just maybe loot a few random things that have like a certain value and take them to Riverwood Trader and sell them until we go up to 260. I mean, one of the things we have on hand that we will not be keeping because we won't need it is the sword, right? That's not worth a lot. It's only worth 25 and it's not going to sell for 25 because it's sucks. We could sell the potions. And the lockpicks, because I don't think we'll need any lockpicks for anything, right? I don't think so. What happens if you keep distracting me? You will be forced to give me head pats. That I swear that was supposed to sound like a threat. Oh, hello, Hunter. Yeah, so those are just my initial thoughts on the game, I guess, and how we would go about a speedrun. So now it's time for the next question, which is, what does the internet have to say? So let me real quick here, open up a Google page and let's see, like, okay, yeah, the things that we want to know are, number one, what are the speedrun rules in general? Number two, what are the speedrun tips? So, um, okay, so, looking at the guides here, when is it time to kiss? It's always time to kiss. So we're not gonna do an any percent, because that's a glitch run, and that involves, like, manipulating glitches and stuff in a way that, like, I'm A, not smart enough to do, B, don't have enough, reaction time to do, oh, there's a bound sword. Bound sword. Huh. Hmm. I still like the bound bow idea, though. Oh my gosh, am I getting licked? Am I getting licked by cute girls? So yeah, there's a few different guides. Glitches that you should know. Glitchless main quest. Bound sword route. Glitchless main quest route and tips. Glitchless main quest skip the Peace Council. That would actually be good to know. Yeah, there's quite a few guides here. I don't think I'd want to do... Oh, here we go. Things banned in all runs. So... we're not allowed to do it here. Let me share my screen here. Capture that capture here. So here. And let's resizing that window. What was that? Okay. So. Yeah, here's the first thing to know is the things that are banned in all runs for the Skyrim speedrun. We're not allowed to do a text glitch, so that's apparently a glitch where if you leave the game open for a long time, that's 3 or more hours, a glitch happens that lets you skip through conversations faster than normal. Because that glitch has an annoying long and inconsistent setup and doesn't work the same on every computer, it's not allowed in runs. Control print screen hotkey is not allowed. That changes the frame rate of the game. Yeah, that's another good point is, yeah, for speedruns, don't players typically, like, lock the, yeah, don't the, like, speedrunners like to lock the frame rate at 60? Thank you for the hydrate, Corgi. Okay, console commands. Those are obviously no-go. And mods are also not allowed, as I expect. So, not allowed to have any mods, not allowed to use console commands, and not allowed to use, like, these two glitches. That's fine. Now, you're allowed You're allowed to be here. Why is there a Minecraft? Hang on. Why is there a Minecraft speedrun guide in the Skyrim guides? I don't know why that's there. So let's see. Oh, that's a thing. Oh. Shut up. I'm sick, so I'm allowed to be wrong. So yeah, Skyrim speedrun setup. Maybe I'll have to watch all this like another time. These are just like various things that you'll need to know, and yeah, like infinite sprint is vendor glitch, power tax, infinite horse sprints, YOLO bucket, load warping. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to do anything like load warping, so I'm not gonna be doing that. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Like, maybe I'll look into the infinite sprint. Maybe. But honestly, like, the things with a lot of the glitches people do in speedruns, they tend to be something that require, like, perfect precision, and you have to be able to pull it off more than once. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So, at least for my first attempt, I'm not going to bother. All guild. Oh no, that's all guilds. Yeah, right there. What are some glitches you should? No idea. Glitchless. Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh wait, no. Let's take a look at. That's just a video. Swordman. This is a lot of reading. You know what? I'm curious though. Yeah, so I'm curious. So, first off, what does this say? Oh, here we go. I accidentally bumped my phone camera. Yeah, sure. Tell me, what are the rules? So it can be done on any official version. Can be original, legendary, or special edition. But they recommend original or legend. with a combination of official DLCs and with voices and other data files in any language. Or load, yeah, because I know sometimes, I think from what I remember, I don't remember if it was Skyrim or if it was another game entirely where Italian was the recommended language because that had the shortest script. For load list times to be posted, load removal must be enabled in live split, and time without loads must be shown on the recording. Do not play above 60 FPS. So these are the rules that are banned. Yeah, we already knew about all of these ones. I edits are also banned. Field of view. Okay, so just have your field of view at your, like, at the default 80. Says the following are banned in all. Okay, so we're also not allowed to disable the tutorial messages. Not allowed to do any mouse acceleration. Honestly, I'm gonna be doing it with a controller because that's where I'm most comfortable. And comfort is, I think, important for a speedrun because muscle memory is everything. And I have no muscle memory for how to play this game with a mouse keyboard. So, I'm gonna be doing it with controller. Yeah, not allowed to skip the intro movies. We are, I guess, forced to do. Okay, yeah, here's where it's confusing, because the following are banned in all runs, but some of these are telling me things to do. Like, right here it's saying, these are the things that you can do. If for whatever reason you can't or won't use the Skyrim launcher, you can use these to set window mode and resolution. So, like, it's... Like, is that saying that's something I can do or something that I can't do? Yeah, it's actually very unclear to me. Like, am I required to have my resolution at 1080 by 1920? And am I required to play in windowed mode? The game is super not clear, or the rules are super not clear. VSync. I just realized that you cannot even see what I'm looking at because the window will not allow me to scroll down any further. I'm like at the bottom of the window, but there's no way for me to like drag this up so you all can see. Yeah, it's saying something about VSync, like doing this, which you can see. It says this will disable VSync, which may improve mouse lag. However, you must cap your frame rate at 60 using DxTory. or other software. Note that this is required when playing on a 144 hertz monitor. And then don't pause on Alt Tab. So there's a certain thing that you can do to make the game not pause when it loses focus on your Alt Tab. Again, like, the language on these rules is super confusing to me. Because this right here says, the following are banned in all runs. The following are banned in all runs. That means everything after this text is banned. So the text glitch, banned. Control print screen, banned. Console commands, banned. Mods, banned. INI edits, banned. Field of view, banned, I guess. You're not allowed to have a field of view in the game. Disable tutorial messages, banned. Mouse acceleration, banned. Skip intro movies, banned. Screen size windowed mode, banned? Are you banned from doing windowed mode and having your resolution at 1080 by 1920? Are you banned from doing that? Are you banned from using VSync? Are you banned from using the don't pause on Alt Tab? I don't know. It's not clear. Like halfway through this list, it starts saying things that you can do. I'm very confused. Oh, so you're saying, like, these things right here, where it's telling me, like, the code that I could enter in the Skyrim preferences, INI, that's stuff that I'm allowed to do. But anything else that alters these things, like VSync and screen size, those are all not allowed. Okay. I still think they should clarify that. Like, they should also make this worded in a way that makes more sense. Okay, so category rules. Timing starts when you gain full control of your character, so that includes camera and movement. So, hang on. Timing starts when you gain full control of your character. That means camera and movement. So does that mean character creation is not when you start the timer? Because I always thought that was the case. Like, that seems to be the case in other Bethesda games I've seen speedruns of, is like, the moment you are able to start customizing your character, that's when you start the timer. But that doesn't, like, character customization is not camera and movement control. That is not gaining full control of your character. Because during the Skyrim opening cutscene, it's like you customize your character, and then you have like another bit of cutscene that you sit through. You go to the chopping block, Alduin shows up, and then you have control of your character. So is that when the timer starts? Because if that's the case, then that means I have more time to, like, pick out my character, like, customize my character. I'm not going to go into like a full customization, but this does at least mean that I'm allowed to, like, you know, pick a girl high elf and maybe choose a preset that seems vaguely pleasing. Yeah. So that makes sense to me, I guess. So the below glitches are all banned when we're doing a glitchless run. And that is what we're going to be doing, is a glitchless run. We're not allowed to do any out-of-bounds clipping. That's fine. I don't really know how to do any of those, at least not on purpose. So, you know, we can pretty easily avoid that. Object jumping or hovering, so like using a bucket to jump or YOLO bucket, that's not allowed. Again, not something I even know how to do. I've seen people do it, but I don't even know how to execute it myself. So that's not a concern. Okay. You're not allowed to do quick save, quick load for skipping dialogue. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, like, that's fair. That means I don't have to bother learning how to do that. This, however, does not apply to the carriage driver dialogue after misclick to reset choice of destination and avoid a crash. Okay, so if I accidentally misclick on, like, where I want the destination to be, then I'm allowed to quick saving. And I'm also allowed to quick save, quick load right after the Dragon Rune cutscene to get rid of the particle effects. Although, I don't know if I necessarily need to do that, because it's just a particle effect, and, like, maybe it would affect the frame rate, but not to the point where I care enough. Yeah, we're also not allowed to use it for advancing NPC scripts, except for guards in the rat way. So, is that like, if I'm too fast in the rat way at getting Esbern, then the guards won't even spawn in? And is that saying that, like, I can quick save, quick load to get them to spawn in? Why would I want to do that? I don't know why I would even want that. Fade-in skipping and any trick that requires use of print screen or quick save keys to lag the game. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, and most of this is, like, fairly complicated stuff anyway, so I'm not gonna even try that I can't do them. Okay, we're not allowed to do unlimited stamina or magicka stuff. We're not allowed to use any, like, vendors selling glitches. Not allowed to do any load warping. Good, because that's complicated and I was not hoping to learn how to do that. Okay, what's horse tilting? What does that refer to? That has no description whatsoever. What is horse tilting? Oh, it's the way that you can use your horse to, like, get across the map. Okay, so it's not saying you're not allowed to use the horse to, like, climb the mountain. Good. Because that was my plan for getting at the mountain. Yeah, we're not allowed to use any cutscene control. No item duplications. No extended instant shout regeneration. No extended whirlwind sprint. No Dragon Soul duplication. Follower interaction options that the player can't physically reach. Oh yeah, so like things that I can't interact with as the player, I'm not allowed to use followers to like get the items that I can't interact with. Okay. Accessing any interior cell without going through other interior cells intended to be required previously. Except the Skoldath and skip. I don't know what that is. Objects, containers intended to be inaccessible. Instant animation cancel by toggling ammo or power. I don't think any of that is anything that I do. Yeah, I don't think any of that's anything that... I could be wrong. It could be that there are things in Skyrim combat that are second nature to me that I'm gonna have to unlearn in order to follow the rules of speedrun. But I don't think that's the case. Because, like, I do sheathe my weapons if I accidentally like, cast a spell or, like, arm myself with an arrow and I sheath my weapon to cancel it. But I don't think that's technically not allowed here. I don't think that's actually what that's saying. That's like something slightly different. So I'm not allowed to obtain an active effect while under the effect of any fortify spell that... Okay, so yeah, like none of the enchantment looping thing. Yeah, none of that. Makes sense. Can't do the dual flurry and elemental fury. Or other simultaneous effects changing weapon speed more. Using weakness to poison effects to strengthen beneficial effects of what? Oh, using the weakness to poison effect to strengthen beneficial effects of poisons. So, yeah, I mean that involves potion crafting, and I am not gonna like. None of that means anything to me. Because alchemy in this game sucks. Pickpocketing a paralyzed, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Wearing multiple pieces of equipment in the same slot at once. Yeah, that's not gonna be a concern. Receiving XP multiple times for a spell. Yeah. Instantly bypassing in-game time while casting a continuous spell. So it's treated as being cast for the dirt. Okay, so like essentially, hang on. Having to fight more congestion again. Oh, I hate this. I seriously hate this. But yeah, I think this is mainly just referring to, like, anyone who's using, like, that kind of an exploit in order to, like, get a bunch of experience for leveling up or whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with that. And not allowed to do quick wait, fork, knife warping, sticky script, or deadlocking, or deadloading. I don't know what any of those things are. But well, some of them sound familiar, but I cannot tell you based off those words what each of them is. So we're not gonna have to worry about that. Things that are currently banned but subject to further discussion are Necromage plus Vampire. Again, not gonna pertain to me because I'm not even gonna, like, get that far. Like, Necromage is in Restoration, and I'm not gonna be putting any points in Restoration. Taking back money from followers spent on training. Fair, but not something that I'm, like, likely to do anyway. Unarmed combat as Argonian vampire. Why would that be banned? Because Argonians don't get unarmed bonuses. I know Khajiits do. And I know, like, orcs don't have unarmed bonuses, but they have a, like, racial talent that lets them double their damage output for a period of time, and that applies to unarmed. But I have no idea why unarmed combat would be banned for Argonian vampires. Like, what's broken about that? I have no idea. I'm not gonna question it though, because I'm not gonna be playing as an Argonian in the first place, and I'm not gonna be a vampire in the first place. So, like, neither of those matter to me. Okay. Techniques that are allowed. Staggering NPCs to skip dialogue. Okay, so that's allowed. That's good to know. I don't know if I'm gonna be that good at it. It's not something I'm used to doing, but, like, it's not anything that requires any particular skill. It's basically just, like, sprinting into the NPC to make them skip ahead in their script. Waiting after a loading screen before enemies following through spawn. Not sure. Not sure how much I would be using that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Fast traveling to skip player animations. That could be good to know, but honestly, like, hi Ian. Yeah, that could be good to know, but honestly, I don't think it matters to me that much because, like, the animations that happen in Skyhaven Temple and when you're getting on the back of Odahviin, like, the amount of time I would save by fast traveling to skip those is gonna be negligible and not gonna matter for the sake of my speedrun because, again, not trying to break a world record, just trying to make a personal record. We are allowed to access exterior cells and fast travel points before intended. So, like the Throw the World and Skyhaven Temple. That makes sense. Yeah. Getting taken to jail by guards from any location is allowed. I mean, that's an interesting point. Like, doing the right technique, say you're deep in a dungeon and far from, like, you have to go through several load zones before you are able to fast travel. If you could manage to have a bounty on your head and get a guard to somehow glitch his way into the dungeon and arrest you, you're allowed to have him take you out of the dungeon and save you all that time. That's an interesting point. You are allowed to attack friendly NPCs before they become aggressive to grind skills. Okay, good to know. Not gonna actually pertain because, honestly, grinding takes time. And it's not something that you really want to be doing during a speedrun anyway. You are allowed to wait or fast travel to skip scripted NPC moments. You're allowed to cancel a right-hand dual attack animation with a power attack. A right-hand dual attack with faster animation direct. I don't know what any of that means. My brain's mush right now. Yeah, I don't know what that necessarily means. But whatever. It's allowed, so cool, good to know, I guess. And you're allowed to reset a skill to 15 during a casting animation. I have no idea why you would do that. Well, okay, no, that's not true. I do know why you would want to do that. Because, like, if a skill was at 100 and you reset it down to 15, then you would get the XP for casting it. Okay, that makes sense. Still not something that's gonna pertain to me because, again, speedrun. None of my skills are gonna get to 100. And non-disqualifying bugs. You cannot read all of these because, again, I cannot scroll down any further and I can't seem to find a way to get you to see what I'm saying, so I'll just read them aloud. So, yeah, non-disqualifying bugs. forward stagger from waiting too soon after whirlwind sprint makes sense. Not something I think I'm going to be using that much. Although, now that I think about it, yeah, once we unlock whirlwind sprint, we will want to be using that as much as possible. So that's a good point. Force clips in while the game automatically warps you back out again. Or force clips in which the game automatically warps you back up. Okay. Fortified marksman benefiting combat skills other than archery. I don't even know what skills. I don't even know what that refers to. Speed boost from changing active spells while sneaking. Fair point. Restoring magicka due to failing to cast a spell while under a spell absorption effect. Okay, and any bugs that are not beneficial or exploitable. Fair enough. So, thank you for the hydrate. I think I have a solid enough grasp on what these rules are. So, yeah, let's just kind of read through what this route is. The glitchless main quest bounce sword route. So, because of the Havoc engine, you have to limit to 60 FPS. Cool. So don't use this guide if you don't have a NVIDIA driver. Choose your race and make a start save file. Okay, you must choose High Elf Altmer to gain the fastest move speed. Sex doesn't affect on a record, probably. Okay. Yeah, so High Elf, that's what I already plan to do. Make a hard save right before getting the player's controls. Interesting. Interesting. So that's how you do the preparation. So, start the speedrun. Helgen, jump on Alduin's wings to skip the way to the entrance of Helgen Keep. Interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Stagger Hadvar twice and jump to cancel the player's animation. Grab wines on the shelf. Take restoration potions from the barrel. Not necessary. Grab novice hood, novice robe. Really? Well, I mean, I guess that's where you get the money. Just have to be quick at the lockpicking game, I guess. I mean, it's only one game. It's only one lockpick, so yeah, I guess that makes sense to me. Notably, they're not telling me who to pick for Helgen, although it does say Stagger Hadvar, so I assume that it's telling me to side with the Legion for the escape. So yeah, grab that stuff. Take the lockpicks from the knapsack. Grab 2 coin purses and wines on the way to the exit. Okay. I mean, I guess what it's saying is, like, yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know specifically the places that, like, the things that it's referring to, but the gist is, get wines, I guess, because if you see a wine is a valuable thing to sell. Oh, here we go, yeah. Wines are essential items, especially at the end of this category. They restore your stamina and save a huge lot of time. Okay, good to know. So we are not selling wines, we are drinking them. Because that's how we restore stamina. Gotcha. Throat of the World. So you can wait after escaping Helgen, which means you can restore stamina in only a second, so running method is a repetition of sprinting and waiting from now on. Good to know. Let's see. So the fast travel points are right here. I think for this bit, I kind of want to do a little bit of playing along. So, yeah. So, hang on, what did it say again? Anissa's Cabin, Riverwood, and Pelagia Farm are the fast travel. So, yeah, Skyrim, there we go. Okay, so, Anissa's Cabin is gonna be like basically straight. Yeah, there it is, right there on the compass. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of practice. Why don't? You know? Wait. And keep going. Yeah. Actually, I don't know how much of this practice I'll even be able to do, because I accidentally selected the survival mode, and I don't remember if that affects my ability to fast travel or not. Hi, Amber. Alright, so we got this fast travel point. Then it says... Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, and then we want Riverwood, and then we want Pelagia Farm. That's good to know. In fact, now that I think about it, I don't even know if we even need to talk to these people, right? Or do we? Is that required to start the quest, or can't I just head straight to talking to the Jarl right away? Yeah, I've been a bit congested lately. I'm getting over a cold, and there have been several times during the stream, like one that's about to happen right now, actually. Hang on. Yeah, several times during this stream where I have choked and had to pause to blow my nose. That's how bad I am right now. I technically should not even, like, my no, it's not COVID. In fact, I'm on the tail end of it. Like, it's just a cold that affected me for, like, 3 days or whatever, 4 days. So, it's not that bad. It's just something I picked up. This is Chillfrill Farm. Why do I need to get Pelagia Farm? Wait, no, this is gonna be Battleborn Farm, isn't it? That's Battleborn. So Pelagia Farm is... Oh, is that the one right next to the giant? That's what it is. Yeah, no, this is just what I get from working with kids, honestly, is... Okay, yeah, no, having survival mode on is terrible, and I should have paid attention to the menu when the option popped up. Yeah, no, this just happens when I work with kids, apparently, is I just get sick because... Is this Pelagia? Yes, it is. No, go away, go away. No, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Yeah, so, yeah, no, it's just something that happens when I work with kids. Like, I was out of work for an entire fucking week because I got something from a kid that made me sick, and I literally could not function. I could not go to work. I missed an entire week's worth of work. That's an entire week's worth of pay that I missed. And then I was finally able to make it back to work. And then a few weeks later, I get something else, and then I have to call off work last Friday, and now I've been sick all this week. Luckily, today I was scheduled off of work anyway, so, like, that wasn't too affected, but, yeah, God, it's been awful. I hate getting sick, and it's happened twice already the past month. And I usually don't get sick that often. So, yeah. Hang on. Wait a minute. Oh, come on. Why am I not... Oh, there we go. Isn't there... I'm allowed to turn it off. Yes, okay, good. Okay, good. Thank God. Ugh. Okay. So, back to the speedrun stuff. yeah, so once we have those 3 tagged, commit a crime and surrender. See, that's not a very reliable method to me, just because I've tried surrendering to guards in the past and they did not pay attention to my surrender. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, surrendering doesn't work. Or, like, at least it's unreliable. Maybe if I was trying to break a world record, yeah, maybe if I was trying to break a world record, I would do this, but I don't care enough. I'm just gonna do it as I normally would. So yeah, get more fast travel points and then steal a horse. You can stand next to the horse and ride on it without sneaking at this point unless the player's collision touches the horse. What does that mean? I don't understand what that part's saying, but whatever. I still think sneaking to steal a horse is going to be the better option. And then from there, fast travel back to Riverwood and climb to the throat of the world through Higher Hrothgar with the horse. And then we're supposed to do Bleak Falls Barrow. Fast travel to Anissa's cabin and enter Bleak Falls. Okay, so that's why we tag Anissa's cabin. Gotcha. So solve the puzzle. Burn skeevers and grab a fireball scroll on the table. Burn Arvel and take the golden claw. Take another fireball scroll from the chest near glowing mushrooms. So when it says burn here, is it saying through, like, using, flames? That seems to be the implication here. Then, yeah, take another fireball scroll from the chest near glowing mushrooms. Go down the cliff. If a Draugr is nearby after that, burn it to make it possible to wait, and then enter the sanctum. The shortcut. Unlock the... Wait. Shortcut. I don't know what shortcut. Unlock the door, and equip the fireball scrolls. Learn the unrelenting force, and defeat the boss. If it's too early to get away from the word wall, the boss doesn't appear. I don't think this person speaks English, or like, English isn't this person's first language. This person does speak. I don't think English is this person's first language, because that doesn't make sense. Like, maybe if you get away from the word wall too early, the boss doesn't appear, that makes more sense. Get a weapon, use the used by the boss, Dragonstone, and gold before exiting. Okay. And then as for Mirmolnir, so get into Dragon's Reach. Skip Balgruuf and prevent his talking. After reporting Helgen to the Jarl, commit a crime and press the tab key right after paying the fine. Okay, so I don't know, just a thing to skip the dialogue, I guess. Then we give Farengar the stone. Sell the things that we bought. Sell the things that we got, and buy the bound sword spellbook. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I still think bound bow is the better choice, but I don't know. Like, there are things that bound sword can do for us. But, yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. Also, I am really sorry about all that stuff that happened to you, Amber. I was paying attention. Yeah, I am sorry about all the stuff you had to go through. Yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't know about this guide, honestly. And the guide is on top of just kind of being hard to read at points. It feels a little bit too detailed. Like, it involves a lot of it involves certain things that I didn't even think of, like, for instance, grabbing the wines when you're escaping Helgen, because wine is a good way to restore stamina. Thank you for the hydrate. But also just overall, like, the mindset I am when I play this game, like, I very rarely ever use anything to restore stamina or magicka, unless I'm specifically playing a magic, like a character whose primary way of dealing damage is through constant use of magicka, in which case I do use the restore magicka potions. But, like, yeah, it's just not something that I ever really think of. And maybe, like, I guess conceptually, if I am really gonna try and push for, setting a personal record for a speedrun, I probably do want to get past these mind blocks of mine, but also I'm autistic and I like my comfort zone, so I don't know. Yeah, the bound sword. Yeah, here's what I think I'm getting is... Oh, you can take a carriage to the Western Watchtower? I did not know that. And this seems to be implying that we use the weapon that we get from the boss in Bleak Falls Barrow, which is kind of a crappy weapon, but I guess early game it's solid. And then we defeat Mir Molnir. The thing is, like, I don't know, it makes more sense to me to... Well, okay, no, here's something I need to look up, alright? What's the casting cost on Bound? That's the problem, isn't it? The casting cost is 206. Which means I wouldn't even be able to cast it for, like, 6 whole levels. Huh. That changes things. I'm just gonna have to watch some speedrun videos and see how other people do it. I'm gonna have to rewatch that one speedrun that I saw where the person did use the bound bow. Because if it has that high of a magicka cost, how did the person do the speedrun? Other than, like, knowing ahead of time that they would achieve 6 levels? Yes? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to watch other people's speedruns and see how they do it. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Well, it wouldn't be alteration costs, right? Like, because getting potions to raise magicka would involve, like, unless there are guaranteed spawns of them. Yeah, like, unless there are guaranteed spawns of increasing your max magicka, I don't think that would affect it. Well, actually, hang on a minute. No, wait. Right, because, like, because there's the novice hood, right? The novice hood Gives you 30 points. Yeah, the novice robes just give you bonus regen. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I'll really just need to watch a speed and take notes. And I can almost guarantee you that it'll be the day before I actually do the speedrun, because I am a master at procrastinating things. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, ADHDing my way through Skyrim. Yeah, you know what? Let's just kind of see what other things this person has to say. Just, like, see if there's anything worth it. So, hire Hrothgar. Get the fast travel points through the carriages. Atlas Farm. You take a carriage to Cap. Hang on. You cannot see the game, because... Okay. What are all the places that the carriage can take me to?
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Wait a minute. Hang on, I swear you could take the carriage to Irisstead. Wasn't that a thing that you could do? Was it one of my mods that adds it? I thought that was in the base game. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to completely rethink everything I know about Skyrim for the sake of doing a speedrun, because apparently, when you think you know everything, you actually know nothing. So, hang on. Like, when this says Markarth Stables to Riften Stables to Catless Farm to Morthal, what? No, I'm doing a stream. Wait. I forgot to unmute my mic, didn't I? Oh my god. I'm a dumb puppy. Anyway, what I was saying, no, I'm a dumb puppy. An idiot puppy. A puppy that has 0 brain cells. Not even 1, 0. Yeah, because we got Markarth to Riften to... This is in Solitude right here. That's in Solitude. And that's Morthal. Yeah, we just... Yeah, so this part is what I was talking about. I guess if we're forced to sit through the dialogue anyway, then I guess we might as well grind up our weapon skills. I don't like the thought of having to do that, but it makes sense, I guess. So... Wait. Okay. Yeah. You use the horse to get the High Rothgar. Okay. So, for Ustengrav... I don't know what that first bit is referring to. It might be a game bug or something. I don't know. Summon Bound Sword. And kill only the Conjurer near the entrance. Run to the depths. Summoning Bound Sword to raise your Conjuration skill. Do the shortcut with Whirlwind Sprint. Mash the wait key rapidly right after going into the depths. Otherwise, you can't wait because the enemies chase you soon. Head for the end of the dungeon, summon Bound Sword. That should get your Conjuration to 24. Then read the letter. Go to the exit. Then we go to Septimus after that. So fast travel to Riverwood. Talk to Delphine. Go to Winterhold. Get into jail and jailbreak. Okay, that makes sense. Because that's gonna be the closest way to get to Septimus Cygnus, isn't it? Oh, that'll be tricky, though. Because jailbreaking isn't easy. You know, like... you have a single lockpick to get out of jail and, like, So I know Winterhold's jail is, like, slightly less guarded. Like, I'm pretty sure there are no actual guards in the jail. It's just a Frost Atronach, which is not nothing, but it does mean that, like, there's less resistance for you to break out. Uh, um, yeah, there's less resistance for us to break out of jail. But yeah, you know what? Let's just go to the wiki. I don't even know if Winterhold jail is even an option. The Chill. That's the place. Okay, so arf, arf, arf. Thank you for the fetch, Corgi. I'm not gonna try an actual puppy bark because I don't think my voice can handle that. Yeah, inside there are... Oh, interesting. I didn't know that about the Chill. Because in most most jails in the game, if you get sent there, you have to break out. Like with a single lockpick that you manage to smuggle in. But apparently, you get to keep all of your gear if you go to the Chill. Interesting. All right. Well, so yeah, break out of the jail. Enter Septimus Cygnus' outpost. Okay, just steal the things instead of talking to him. Fair. That way we don't have to go through his dialogue. For Saloknir, fast travel to Windhelm, head to the Dragon's Tomb near Kynesgrove. Search for an amulet of Talos from bodies around the tomb. Okay. Talk to Delphine. Talmor Embassy. If you couldn't get an amulet of Talos at Kynesgrove, attack someone before entering the Winking Skeever. Don't sheathe until you get another amulet from Rog. Huh. This seems a little bit complicated. I don't think I'm gonna bother with that stuff. And the Amulet of Talos is... I mean, this person probably knows what they're talking about with, like, the easiest to get Amulets of Talos. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so then we fast travel back to Katla, talk to Delphine, put on the amulet, party clothes, party boots, grab the wine. Yeah, do the wines to do the thing with Razalon. Makes sense. And we go to the interrogation chamber. 1 second. Okay, read the book, kill one of them with flames, and take the trapdoor key. Interesting. So, like, if I burst the flames instead of just holding it down, that can increase the DPS. And escape from the embassy. Interesting. So for Esbern, more guard warping. I don't know how much guard warping. That just sounds like a lot of effort. Do Ratway skip setup? I don't know anything about that. You have the amulet in your inventory. Jump across the bridge with whirlwind sprint. When you run out of stamina, level up and take Armsman twice to make one-handed do more damage. Talk to Esbern, pay the fine. As for the Elder Scroll, now that you put the Amulet of Talos on and increase your stamina, the running method will change to Whirlwind Sprint, Sprint, Shout, and then wait. Okay, and then... Okay, that's why we want the Amulet of Talos, because that will affect the pattern. I see. Well, what if... Can I just get the Blessing of Talos from, like, Whiterun? Because let me just check something here. If I can get the Blessing of Talos from inside of Whiterun, and I believe
disclose what the dragon's about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you. They say Helgen got hit by a dragon.
Oh, come on, just unlock the gate, please. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I get that they stack, but I didn't see anything in the guide telling me to get the blessing. It just told me to get the amulet. And so what I want to check is for the sake of the for the sake of the blessing. It lasts 7 hours. And I cannot remember. Like, I swear that's 7 real life hours. Because let's wait 2 hours in game. And I still have 7 hours of the Blessing of Talos. Let's try this way. If I fast travel to Riverwood, do I still have 7 hours left? I do. So, as long as I can grab the blessing and complete the speedrun in under 7 hours, which is kind of the goal, then it should be fine, and I shouldn't need the amulet, because all the in fact, the amulet gives me a 10% cooldown, whereas the blessing gives me a 20%. And I don't remember anywhere. Can I do a Control F? Amulet. Yeah, no, those are the only times it mentions Talos is for searching for the amulets. But if we just grab the blessing, then we don't need the amulet. Huh. I guess the reason why this person's not saying to get the blessing is because their way of getting places is guard warming. Because they're trying to, like, squeeze as much time out of the entire process of completing the game as possible. So they're gonna guard warp every chance they get. And they're gonna, like, you know, do everything they can to fast travel to places. By breaking the law and getting arrested and stuff like that. So that makes sense. I guess that's why they didn't bother with it. For my run, I think I will. Like, the blessing will be a good thing to have for me to be able to do the whole, like, shout, sprint, shout, wait combo. Then, yeah, fast traveled at Ustengrove. Is that the... Yeah, that's where that was. Oh, that's how you... Okay, so that's how close my essential left is. Mash weight keys. This shortcut with whirlwind sprint. And power Mizark. Solve the lexicon puzzle. And get the Elder Scroll. Then we do Alduin's Wall. So fast travel to Markarth. Run to Karthspire. do the shortcut. Every time it says do the shortcut, it's like, I'll need more specifics. What shortcut are you talking about? I don't necessarily know all the shortcuts in this game. After getting to Skyhaven Temple's fast travel point, fast travel to Riverwood, and go to the Sleeping Giant Inn. Okay. So that's a way to, like, skip the dialogue, I guess? Fast travel back to the temple, get Dragonbane, and talk to Esmern and Delphi. Okay. So Dragonbane is actually gonna be what this person recommends. Interesting. Clear skies, fast travel to High Hrothgar, learn last word of Unrelenting Force. After talking with Arngir, you can hear the effect sounds of completing a quest. Open the door when the quest log fades out. Learn clear skies. Go to Through the World, talk to Parthenax. Learn Fire Breath. Okay, and you can talk to him to skip past that part. Read the Elder Scroll, because in this playthrough we already have the Elder Scroll. That makes sense, actually, yeah. We should see about getting the scroll before we need to talk to Parthenax. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so how to fight Alwyn. Here we go. Attack him behind his wing to induce him to do tail attacks. You can easily bypass it by just moving to the side. When you hear the line, "You may have picked up the weapons of my ancient foes, but you are not their equal," do him the last damage to skip the line right away. Okay. When you can see the subtitle, Maze Muldovakin, you have become strong, fast travel to High Hrothgar, and fast travel back to the Throw of the World. Talk to Parthenax, fast travel to Dragon's Reach. Okay, then as for the Peace Council, talk to Balgrove. You can wait to make him stand up and then stagger him if you're there at 4 to 6 a.m. Fast travel to Arngir, then do Tullius, and then Ulfric, and then see about skipping the Peace Council. And then learn Dragon Call. Odaving, fast travel to Dragon's Reach, talk to Balgrove. When the quest is updated, open the door. I love how this person just calls it the Great Porch. After shooting Dragonrend at Odaving, approach the door you entered. When you can see the dragon steps the player 4 times or so, get inside, go outside, skip the animation of being trapped. Then for Skoldafen, climb and run to the gate to Sovngarde, and when you exhaust your stamina, start a drinking party, and then Sovngarde, beat soon. shoot flames before being talked to, and attack 4 times with Dragon Rain. Enter the Hall of Valor. Clear the fog 3 times. Interesting. This is a lot of stuff to keep in mind, and I don't know if I 100% agree with everything that this person says. I don't know if I 100% I don't know. I'm also a lot more a visual learner, so honestly, I'll just need to watch some speedruns and see how people do them. So yeah, that's the plan. I think is I'm just gonna watch some speedruns and pick up tips visually. And maybe I can find a speedrun guide video, someone that gives a sort of walkthrough of what they're doing and why they're doing it. But yeah. That's all yeah, that's the plan anyway. So I think that's a good place to call it. I've been going for about 3 hours, and I don't want to have to go for any longer than that for the sake of my voice, and yeah, I think I made some decent plans, or the beginnings of some decent plans, for potentially eventually doing a speedrun. Now, I don't know exactly when or how I intend to do the speedrun. So I have been invited by what are they called? I have been invited by Gamers Outreach to do another charity stream this winter, in December, and I do intend to do that. And I was thinking it could be fun to try and do a charity live stream, or a charity stream of Skyrim, me attempting my first ever Skyrim speedrun. I don't know 100% yet if that's exactly what I want to do. Maybe I'll save the speedrun itself for another time. Maybe it could just be me practicing the speedrun, or I swear I had another idea at some point during this stream, and then I completely forgot it because I was focusing on something else. Yeah, I don't know what other thing I would possibly have in mind, but whatever that could potentially be, or whatever that ends up being, I think we'll do something with Skyrim for the charity stream, so look forward to that. But that's not for a while. Because, that's mid-December, or late December, something like that. So, yeah. In the meantime, look after yourselves. Make sure that you're doing okay. Make sure that your loved ones are doing okay. These are tough times. I'm sure you've heard other people say that exact thing, for and me saying that now is your 100th time hearing it this week. but stay strong. We can get through this. Like, we have to. We have no other option. We have to get through this. So, yeah, just, if you can't, yeah, I don't know, just stay in touch with people you love, and help each other out, because community is how we survive. Community is how we live. If you don't have other people you can rely on, it's really tough to survive a crisis. The best way to get through a crisis is to have other people that you can rely on and that can rely on you. Because it kind of goes both ways, you know? Sometimes you'll need help with something, like, you know, a place to stay, or stuff like that. And sometimes someone else will need help with something, like a way to defend themselves. And we help each other. This is how we survive. This is how we get through a crisis, is we help each other, we look out for each other, and do not let them divide us. Don't let them divide us, okay? The LGBT community needs to stay strong right now, no matter what happens. Because the only way that they're gonna get us is if they keep us separate. So, link arms, mostly figuratively, but also literally sometimes, and face the present. Face the present so that someday we can see the future. Anyway, I didn't mean to get into like that sort of deep topic there at the end, but I feel like it had to be said. I feel like I needed to say those words for myself as much as anyone else. I haven't streamed since it happened, and we need to get through this. Thank you for the treat, Corgi. I will eat. Actually, first let me get a drink. I'm going to eat this Bobo's stuffed oat bites apple pie thingy. Yeah. This is good. While I eat my treat, I'm going to see who we can raid. And I think I know exactly who I want to raid. Yep. Alright. So. Here are places you can find me. I'm active on Blue Sky. I have a Discord. Go follow the Beespire Discord. And yeah, there's a Beespire Discord. Go follow that, or go join it. And here is our raid message. So, thank y'all for watching. I'm sorry the energy has been all over the place today. Like, I don't know. The energy just kind of felt a little bit off to me for this stream for some reason, but I don't know. But anyway, thank y'all for watching regardless, and let's go raid Minra. Oh, one last thing. The Vtuber Awards you can make nominations for them now, so if you haven't done so already, nominate your favorite VTubers for the Vtuber Awards. Now, it is a popularity contest, so, you know, chances are only the VTubers that are popular are gonna win anything, but it's still, like, you know, it's still a way to show your favorite VTubers that you love them by nominating them and then voting for them when the voting happens. So, yeah, go do that. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for. You know who your favorite VTubers are. But yeah. Anyway, let's go say hi to Minra. I can't remember if I copied this raid message or not. But yeah, let's go do that. I'm gonna rest my voice for the rest of the day, because I think I pushed it a little bit to the extreme. And yeah. Bye-bye.